Freedom, freedom, freedom over fame.
I'm trying to wait myself. I've got my card out and I was like, no, pay cash. I have cash. Cash is king. We need to keep cash circulating.
The sorcerer. I've known him for a long while, going back over a decade now, I'd say. He has a special ability to look into your destiny, and that's given me clarity and foresight when I needed it the most. His spiritual connection and intuition, from my perspective, is deep and it goes beyond the cards. He's definitely attuned in some way. What makes him especially unique is his delivery and ability to read your energy. This comes through in the readings with him. The cards, they're just a medium, you know, they're just what he uses. It's the person that matters. He is deeply caring in the sense that he's committed to your well-being and safety when you're with him in a reading. He says things as they are, and hearing that will help with introspection and personal growth, as well as navigating life's uncertainties. I think that is what brings a change and difference in tarot reading now. That's why people are attracted to him, and it shifts the energy when he's in the room. Yeah, I'd say he's definitely the new face of tarot.
Would you say that you and Paul are closer now that he's reading tarot again?
We're always close. Even when we went to the party and he do some reading on my friends and family.
Now, a little while ago, I had the pleasure of being contacted by a sorcerer who, now I have quite a big social media following, and I'm a bit wary of people who contact me via social media because I get a lot of weird things coming through my message inbox. And I was contacted by a sorcerer, and he expressed a desire to read for me. And I trusted my intuition or gut feeling with that, and I thought, well, okay, why not?
What is he like? To me, he's an older bro who is the type of person who wants to see me win. And overall, just a clean-hearted, genuine individual. If you got to know him, you'll understand where I'm coming from, for sure.
Who's the kind of person that you feel proud to be like, yeah, that's my bro, like that's my guy? Like honestly, I could not give him any more props if I had tried. Like anyone who ever, you know, says, oh, I'd love a reading from someone, or I'm like, my bro, hit up my bro, because honestly, he does it different. Like if you want a different experience, if you want to feel something that you're not going to encounter from a lot of other people, Paul's your guy. Honestly, he has a creativity, he has compassion, he has love, he has understanding, and he pours that in, and you just feel so comfortable within his presence. It's like as soon as that first conversation we had, I felt like, yeah, I've known you for years, this is my bro. Like a connection, a safeness, a comfortability that I've never had with someone on just one occasion. So, and I know that he has that effect on many people, because I've had, you know, other people come to me and give me their testimonials on his readings once I've referred them to him, and they're like, he is the shit, like he is that guy, and he is the new face of tarot.
No more charlatans. It's now about the real ones. So Mr. Sorcerer, keep doing what you're doing. I'm here for you, I got you. And this journey is only just started. Let's do this.
You are not posing in front of this kid.
Huh? What's wrong with this cannon then? What pose an issue with this cannon? Talk. Huh?
There's no issue. It's very accurate. What's your favorite spread?
My favorite spread.
Yeah.
You're my favorite spread.
Oh. Well, I would say the last scene got pretty emotional, and it was beautiful to see you share your past with all of us. I would like to shed some light in the good in those dark times that you had. Was there anything or anyone that was impactful for you during those times?
My friends, definitely my friends, and they were there for me, and not just on a physical level, but more so from an emotional level as well. The friends that I have now, they're still my friends from the time when we were in school.
How long? I know you said that you've known them since school, but do you remember around what age?
I think we knew each other from knee high, but we weren't really close. We were just like friends of friends. And then it formulated around the secondary school days, towards the latter end of secondary school. And that was where we got really close and really tight. And then that tightness became really strong.
Beautiful.
Mm.
Are there any other tarot readers in the group, or what do you think they think about what you do?
Do you know what? When I'm with them, when I'm with them, I'm just Paul, just with my mates. I'm just a group with lads, having a drink, going out, doing regular guy stuff. You know, they ground me because when there's certain things that are, you know, you feel energy and you take on someone's energy, you know, through readings, them being sort of quote unquote normal, not normal, if you know what I mean, but just regular guys. I think that's the right word. They're regular guys. For me, they just ground me and they keep me centered.
Sounds like it's a brotherhood.
Yes. It's like a pillar. Together we're strong. And none of us are going to like move from that pillar. We're always going to be in that tight bond.
What do they think about what you do?
My friends, well, do you know what I love about them? They have absolutely no idea about spirituality, tarot readings. But when they heard about customers I'd be getting, the stories, like, you know, Paul, I heard that, you know, you mentioned something about OnlyFans. Can you tell me what happened? Da, 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 da. I said, I can't, but I'm just saying that, yes, you know, they're the perks, the attention. And guys being guys, they just want to know, you know.
Well, there's perks to reading OnlyFans girls.
There's perks to reading in general. But guys in general like to pick certain elements from what I say.
Okay, I hear you. Have you ever read one of your friends?
Yes. And they were really overwhelmed in a good way. They were just shocked because, you know, they had this misconception that it'd be like an old woman that would be, you know, in this sort of like mystic ball. And it's not like that. So when I obviously delivered a reading, a lot of them were, you know, the one person was pleasantly surprised and actually saw it as a skill and more so as like, less so as something that they see on the films, you know?
I would like to pivot in a different direction. Just general curiosity. But why the name Sorcerer 333?
Sorcerer 333. The number 333 was when I had a spiritual awakening at 3:33 in the morning. Had the cold sweats, felt sick, and I just had this intense headache that was right in my like third eye, my pineal gland. Now I meditated and I like had this awakening. I saw an eye when I was meditating, and then I could feel and feel a shift, and that was around near a year ago. And the sorcerer, I like the name because I do add sauce when I'm reading. That's just me. That's who I am as a reader. And UK rap was quite, it's a big influence on me as well. So, and one of the rappers said sorcerer, and I was like, hold on a minute. Kind of rings, kind of like it. No, I do. I love it, you know?
So after this spiritual awakening, is this when you decided to go online to social media?
Yes. I've always known how to read cards, but I never really wanted to invest in like it from a social media aspect. And there was a disconnection from I'd say close to a decade where I didn't even like read my cards. Maybe more than a decade, more than a decade. So I wasn't spiritual, I wasn't doing anything like that. And then I just had my reawakening, and now I feel connected to my cards again, you know?
Absolutely. Were there any other readers that inspired you, that you feel like you had a full circle moment with?
I've had a few great moments with great people. Recently, I'd say Emma, Evoke, amazing person, gives me clarity. In fact, advised me about a certain read I wanted to read, and she said, go for it.
Sounds like an amazing woman.
Yeah, she is. Amazing woman.
Are there any readers that you personally feel led to read?
Chris Reck, I'm coming for you. I'm playing. Now, me and Chris Reck been talking, and it all aligned. We're both busy people. I'm being the sorcerer, and he's being Minnow. And I'm sure we'll connect again. Great guy. Fully respected.
Who is Chris Reck?
Minnow Pon Tarot, one of my favorite tarot readers. He's, for me, the GOAT.
Anybody you would recommend or advice on finding a good reader?
The advice I would get is don't look at the first person that you see in your FYPs, For You page, or in algorithms. Actually feel like a connection between you and this tarot reader. Don't hesitate to message any tarot reader that's worth their grain of salt, right? Will answer your messages with integrity. So if they can't do anything, for example, or they're limited to, or they don't want to due to their ethical beliefs, they should be completely honest with you. But if you do feel like a connection to someone, take your time and then you message. But there's many great tarot readers. If you go to my social media page, which is also free, look who I'm friends with, who I follow, and they have like tarot reader. I don't want to say anyone specifically because we're all here for to give people and to show people their light, to unearth that light. It's not even, for me, it's not even about ego. It's about literally saying, just look at those people. The people that are in my circles, who I follow, I fuck with them. They're real. Those are the people that you should be messaging. And if not, just message me. And if you don't even feel like I'm the person, that's absolutely fine. I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, but you must read. No. I'll just recommend you. I know this person, I know that person. Do you want a divine masculine? That's cool. Another divine masculine? I know another person. Do you want a divine feminine? That's absolutely fine. Give you a divine feminine. Horses for courses.
Hi, I'm Lizelle from the Eternal Tarot, and I've been reading tarot for a very long time. It sort of started for me many years ago. I am all of almost 53 years old, and from the age of about 2, I was aware that I was a little bit different in that I felt like I had a little radio station playing in my head. So I always had sounds or words or phrases coming through to me, and again, literally like tuning into a little radio station, you know, with the white noise and then words popping in. And I didn't really know what to do with that as a kid. I sort of slept with a pillow over my head for the best part of my life, not knowing what that was or what to do with it. But probably about 25 years ago, I started a practice which really changed my life in a big way, and that was the practice of meditation. And meditation helped me realize that this was guidance coming through, not just for myself, but you know, potentially for other people too, especially people who were close to me at the time. And in conjunction with that, because I was having trouble sort of believing what I was hearing and the guidance I was hearing, I started reading the tarot as well. So I have a tarot deck that I still use to this day. It is about 25 years old, and I started employing the tarot's wisdom in my readings. Well, I wasn't doing readings, in my, let's just say, in the knowledge I gave away. But I also used the tarot to validate the messages that I was receiving. So if I was receiving something and I wasn't sure and I wanted more information, I would turn to the tarot. And for me, this was a very, very, very powerful tool. Because not only did it validate what I was hearing, I was also then tapping into more information intuitively by using the tarot. So I have a lot of respect for the tarot. For me, it is not just a tool of fortune telling or divination. I know that that was what it was originally maybe intended for. In fact, no, it was intended as a game, kind of like a card playing game, and then it became a fortune telling tool. For me, I view the tarot as a tool of self-empowerment. Now, a little while ago, I had the pleasure of being contacted by a sorcerer who, now I have quite a big social media following, and I'm a bit wary of people who contact me via social media because I get a lot of weird things coming through my message inbox. And I was contacted by a sorcerer, and he expressed a desire to read for me. And I trusted my intuition or gut feeling with that, and I thought, well, okay, why not? Let me have a reading. And I was really not so much pleasantly surprised. I just felt a really warm, fuzzy feeling, because I felt like the knowledge he was imparting was not just blowing air up my skirt. I'm not interested in people who tell you what you think you want to hear. I'm not interested in that kind of information being given to me. And I don't give that kind of information to other people as well. For me, it's really important to tell it like it is. There's no need to sugarcoat life. If somebody's coming to you for a guidance, it is important to be kind with your giveaway of knowledge, but it's also important to be direct, because that's what they're asking you. They're asking you for information that could well change their life or help them make a very important decision. So I really appreciated the reading I received from Sorcerer. So what I was genuinely delighted about is that there are decent humans out there, and they are not using the tarot as a party trick. There are those who use it as a bit of a party trick, and that's tricky for all of us who are doing things from our heart and from our intuition. So yeah, delighted to have met Sorcerer, and I wish him incredibly well on his journey.
Alright. I'm gonna have to get some Cheese, because you're making some mac and cheese.
I am making mac and cheese.
Southern mac and
Southern
cheese.
mac and cheese.
So you're gonna
Black people mac and cheese.
bit of soul.
Yeah.
Am I like creating a stereotype right here?
No, I
No?
feel like it's valid.
Yes, valid.
Yeah.
Right? So, what with cornbread?
Mhm.
So cornbread's basically a muffin,
Yeah, but like savory.
savory muffin.
And I'm making it like normally we buy a box, but this time I'm actually gonna get the cornmeal and make it from scratch.
Wow, I feel treated.
Well, it's the least I can do for the sorcerer.
What would you say? How would you say? How'd you rate my cooking?
You're a great cook.
Yeah.
Between the two of us, you're the cook.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
just make me want to be better in the kitchen.
So, what was the best dish I've made for you so far?
That's hard.
I know that's right.
Oh, yeah. Just because you make such good food, maybe we call it the coronation chicken. Did I say that right?
Yeah, coronation chicken.
Yeah. What's one of your favorite things about me?
I think that we have this sort of like great understanding of each other. We can be across the room. We don't even have to speak, but when we look at each other and we know something's sus, we can just gauge it through our intuition.
Or how often do we say the same thing at the same time? Or like,
It's like
I
snap.
say something and you were like, I was literally just about to say that. Yeah.
When we're both thinking of the same thing, and then you're literally like, "Oh my god, Pa, I was thinking about the same thing."
Yep, I say it just like that.
I mean, I tried. How was that?
No, you didn't try. You did.
Okay, appreciate you. I think another thing that I really appreciate even more is that you understand banter. You really, really understand banter. And my banter, my dry humor.
It took me a while.
Because every time I was speaking to you at the start, sometimes I felt like, nah, this guy be cussing me all the time. And I'm like, no, I'm just like ribbing you. I'm just poking.
Oh, do you remember when I sat with you and I was like, is banter you like purposely telling me things to piss me off? And you were like, yes.
Yes.
I was like, why would you do that?
It's just like, it's trolling.
No,
But
I get it now.
yeah.
But, you're being like a little shit.
But now you understand it, that I want that energy back.
Yeah.
And then you give it back. And then not only do you give back, you give me a punch. And like, ooh, I love that. Yeah. Not physical punch. Just for the,
We don't support domestic violence.
We don't. No DVs. But yeah, I love that you're incorporating that element within yourself. Because it's like you're bringing that extra humor, and yeah, it gives me a bigger smile on my face, It took, would you say, about 2 weeks, babes, when you first landed here? Like for you to sort of like, for it to sort of like settle in.
It happened in stages, so I can't say it fully happened in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Because if you think about where we are now in our relationship versus like when I first got here, it's a huge difference, isn't it?
Yeah. What was tell the audience your first impression when you like saw me in person, and like when I met you in the airport?
Oh, so I would like to preface this with saying, like, I was so nervous. My heart was about to beat out of my chest. I just got off of a 13-hour flight. But when I walked out the double doors and I saw Paul, like, first of all, you look even better than person. You look even better in person than the videos. Very attractive. And the number one thing that I'm drawn to with Paul is his eyes. And so when we made eye contact, it was just like, oh shit.
My eyes.
Yeah, got nice. Got great eyes.
Hi, I'm Paula. the sorcerer's mom.
Would you say that you and Paul are closer now that he's reading tarot again?
We're always close. Even when we went to the party and he do some reading on my friends and family, we're always close. He always give nice what do you call it? Reading, and everybody is really satisfied with what Paul has done to them, and they have to ask her friend or even their family if they want to read, if they want to know something about their future, whatever, they're gonna they will consider Paul as their #1 tarot reader.
Paulette, could you show us how you taught Paul how to shuffle when he was a kid?
This is the way I taught Paul to shuffle, because this is like the basic one, and he can easily hold the cards, and it's gonna be it's not hard, because every time you hold the card, you can see if it's really you can do it with the other hands. The other one is lifting up the card. It's the best way to do it. It's like this. New generation, I can recommend that Paul is the new face of tarot. I hope my son will be very, very successful in doing what he wants to do, especially this achievement. And I hope everybody will be touched to what I've said.
So would you say that Paul is the new face of tarot?
He is the new face of tarot. New generation, new era.
Paulette's an amazing woman. She has a beautiful heart, she's selfless, and most of all, you can really tell how she feels about family and how important it is to maintain those relationships and that community. And in the process of getting to know her, I really have begun to see where Paul gets a lot of his amazing attributes from. Him and his mother are similar in a lot of ways, but they're also very different. But the one thing that I would say that they have in common is their passion in general when it comes to the things that they believe in. That stubbornness to continue to do what you feel is the right thing, even if it comes at the expense of themselves sometimes. And even though we all are human and we're all learning to thrive in the world as best as we can, one thing that I can say for sure about Paul and his mother is that the love is there. The interesting things are the same things that maybe they didn't see eye to eye on in the past, are the same things that bring them together now and have brought forward through tarot in the way that he reads and his vision for his life. So everything that you've seen and thus far with his mother, with Paul and his experiences, what he's been through with his mother, is the realness and the rawness that you're gonna get every time you interact with Paul.